Welcome to a new history video. Imagine a world divided in two, where a single wrong word could spark a nuclear war. A world of spies and propaganda, of space races and constant fear. Welcome to the Cold War, the most tense conflict of modern history. Stay until the end because I'll tell you how the world came within seconds of catastrophe, and it's not an exaggeration. So, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to keep learning. Without further ado, let's begin. It all began when the Second World War ended. The United States and the USSR had won, but they had opposite visions of how the world should be. The United States wanted democracy and a free market system, while the USSR promoted communism and strong state control. At Yalta and Potsdam, the tension was already evident. Europe was split in two, the capitalist West and the communist East. And this is how the famous Iron Curtain was born. This would not be a war fought with bullets, but with ideas, espionage, and nuclear threats. Ambos bandos iniciaron una carrera armamentística cada país construía más y más bombas atómicas por el otro atacaba. In 1949, the USSR tested its first atomic bomb. The balance of terror had begun. And then came the Korean War. Communist forces in the north backed by China and the USSR against the south supported by the United States. The result was millions of deaths and a conflict that still remains unresolved even in this century. In Europe, Berlin became the symbol of global division. In 1961, the Berlin Wall was built, separating families, friends, and dreams for nearly 30 years. But not everything was war. There was also competition in the skies, the space race. In 1957, the USSR launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite. In 1969, the United States responded with a historic milestone. Humans landed on the moon, a moment that became a global landmark. In October 1962, the world held its breath. The Cuban Missile Crisis. The USSR installed nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 150 kilometers from the United States. Kennedy demanded their removal, and for 13 days the planet was only seconds away from a global war. Fortunately, both powers backed down a little, the missiles were removed, and the world breathed a sigh of relief, but the fear never truly disappeared. With time, the USSR began to weaken. The war in Afghanistan, the heavy military expenses, and the growing desire for freedom in Eastern Europe took their toll. In the 1980s, Reagan in the United States and Gorbachev in the Soviet Union began peace negotiations. Gorbachev launched two key reforms, perestroika, which focused on economic restructuring, and glasnost, the political opening. In 1989, the symbol of division fell, the Berlin Wall had come down. Shortly after, in 1991, the Soviet Union dissolved. The Cold War had ended. And that's all. I ask you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like so I can keep creating amazing content like this. Thank you very much and goodbye.
그 화살은 그 와서 나의 그루 애를